Hello today and welcome back. Still in Mementos. Let's go to our lower area. Anything here? Nope, no one wants to say anything. That's fine. First off, let's look at our requests to see how many more we have to go. Just 1, 2, 3. Should look at the progress first. So we still have Mother's Aggression. This is Shinya's. Daughter's Just a Meal Ticket. This is the one relating to Futaba's friend Kana. And the Killer Who Cleans Up Trash. This is a one from Mishima, which is actually important for a different reason. Also, if you're curious, just look at stats here. Not Joker though, he doesn't matter this time. Look at personas. I did as I said I would do, and I organized all my skills so everything's nice and neat. May satisfy someone's OCD out there. Alright, let's continue. Ooh, red phosphorus, that's a good one as well. Can't remember what needs that, but something needs it. One of my last couple things I need to make.
3 enemies. They're weak, but don't let your guard down.
Also, I took Panther off and put on Queen because Panther passed her an experience. Alright, what do I want to do here? I need to take care of Picasa.
Hey, you can go for its weak spot. Knock them right off their feet. Nice.
Send it over to Fox.
On to the next. You can go for its weak spot. One enemy crushed. Keep that up, Fox. All out attack.
As the curtain falls.
Also, among the many things that have been planned for, were planned because it's past tense by the time this goes up. For all the Persona stuff that's going down this summer, at the end of July there was a something called a, hold on, let me make sure I don't screw up this title, Attic Meeting of Cafe LeBlanc event. There we go, that's the name. I don't know what that is. It sounds like an excuse for Atlas to sell merchandise, but there's a lot of cool art that went along to promote it, including everyone in their swimsuits. How nice, because it's summertime. Right, I need to take care of this because I'm the only one with wind skills. Whoops, oh my god. This is where the auto select doesn't help me because I don't want to target Thoth, I want to target Naga. No, not the Queen. Oh well. I wanted to send that to Noir. So guard. Guard. There we go. So it's all this new art of people in their swimsuits. Most of them are just the swimsuits that we already saw in the game. But a couple of unique ones, some new ones. As well as the non-party members, like the side characters, got art of them in swimsuits as well, including the Velvet Twins, which was kind of cute. Generally, when this kind of stuff happens, it doesn't mean too much for us in the West, except that there will always be like new merchandise that gets sold at these events, and then eventually that will leak its way onto like the third-party market. Sometimes Japanese sellers will pop up on eBay with it, or sometimes you have to go through import sites. I don't know. There will probably be something that I'll have my eye on from that.
Huh? They weren't a big deal at all.
Merchandise-wise, the next big thing I know that's coming out is the Shujin bag, which is a better version of the one that came with our Take Your Heart edition. I splurged and pre-ordered it already. I was like, oh, it's so good. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I should be more careful with Joker's SP, because he's using the most, as always. Well, darn. It's okay, she'll have another chance, because that was off a baton pass. Nothing lamer than missing off a baton pass. What a waste.
Florida, keep it coming, good choice. All out attack. Wasn't that graceful?
Man, it really kills me that I'm living in an era where I don't know what
Cleaning my brushes.
the future of Persona is before this video goes up. Because everyone watching already knows, but I don't know yet. It's not fair. And I swear I'm not lying. It's
We're
July
not gonna hit a
24th
train,
as I record
are we?
this.
Of course not. Hands on the wheel, Joker.
Don't worry. I won't crash like Mona did that one time. I'm just gonna make my prediction, which is P5 anime. I'm gonna say that gets announced, and I'm gonna say no games. I'm gonna be pessimistic.
All right.
Say no games. Maybe a re-release. The problem is that Atlas has been going like super crazy. Well, it's not crazy. It's actually very smart of them, but they've been very diligent in terms of registering domain names. So they're always like jumping on it just in case, like, well, what if we want to make this thing in the future? We better have the domain for it, so that way we don't have to buy it from someone. So they already have like the domains of like Persona6.jp, Persona7.jp, Persona8.jp, etc. And then a bunch of like other ones like potentially Persona 3 dancing all night, Persona 5 dancing all night, and all kinds of other ones. Any one that you could possibly imagine, they've been jumping on them and buying them over the last year or so. And people find out. There's ways you can look into it. And the problem with this is then, like, anytime it happens, like, oh, Atlas registered this domain. Could this game be on the way? It's like, well, not necessarily, maybe. They're just doing their diligence, you know, being careful.
On to the next triumph.
So trying to, like, look into what the future games could be by looking at these domain names, it's, like, it's impossible to tell. Now, of course, you all have the foresight of knowing what's been said or what may or may not be coming, and I don't, so I might say something really stupid in the next like 2 minutes. So one of the more recent ones in my time when I'm recording this that I saw was that they registered like a really obtuse domain name that was like 123c.jp or something like that, and people were like, well, what could that be? What's that? And some people were like, well, it could be, because Atlas ran this, like, survey ages ago. Well, not ages, it was, like, probably more than 6 months ago by now. And it was for the Japanese audience. I can't remember if they did it through the Persona magazine or if they did it from, like, their mailing list or something. But they did do a survey asking Persona fans, like, well, what would you like to see in the future? What kind of Persona games would you like? And there are all kinds of answers like, no, you could be like, yeah, I want Persona 6. Forget spin-offs, I want P6. But you could also vote for like Persona 5 dancing game, Persona 5 fighting game. You could vote for remakes. Do you want to see like HD versions of P3 and P4? Do you want to see Persona 1 and 2 remade?
I could have handled that myself.
Etc. And one of the options was like an HD re-release or remake or something of Persona 1, 2, 3. Not 4, but specifically 1, 2, 3. I guess because in their mind they're counting Golden as HD, which technically it's not, but whatever. So that was like a poll option. So people are like, well, could this new domain be a Persona 1, 2, 3 collection? Oh, what if? And I'm a little skeptical on that, but who knows? Maybe that did get announced and I sound like a jackass. That would be something, wouldn't it? That would be really cool, in fact. I'd be all for some sort of, like, collection or re-release if it forced Atlas USA to finally localize the PSP version of Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. It kills me that that game's not in English. It's just, oh, every day I think about it and I'm just like, super mad. Never gonna get to play that game in English, am I?
Setbacks. Let's continue on.
It's very unfortunate. Because like, I got spoiled on Innocent Sin PSP. Like, that version's so much better than the PS1 version. And now you're telling me that if I want to play Eternal Punishment, I have to play the PS1 version? Which, I will admit my guilt, my shame here. that I've never finished P2 Eternal Punishment for that reason. Because by the time I got into Persona, I was like, well, what if the PSP version comes out? And then it never did. And no, get the treasure unit. And it never did. And now it's like, do I stick it through and do I play the PS1 version, or do I hold out hope? I don't know.
They're weak, but don't let it. Hey, you can go for its weak spot.
This better kill. For the love of God. Alright. Just to make sure that we win no matter what, I gotta put a catchy in.
I'm moving up.
You know what? I hope Joker doesn't like have... Does he have a different, like, curse skill and it picked Mudun on auto? Even though Mudun sucks for this situation because it's not very accurate. Do I have another one? No, I don't. Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna guard and let Akechi do this. He's not gonna miss. You better not. Here's his cut in. More traditional. More head-on like the previous games. Oh, we're gonna see his AOA. Shimona. I love that he does a little dance. It's probably my favorite AOA.
Easy, huh? I can tell.
By probably, I mean definitely. It's the best one. I need to take him off though. Sorry, Akechi. You're over leveled. I didn't go into a corner. And I need to do it. I need the things. I need the materials so I can get that trophy for crafting everything. Leave no stone unturned. There you go. That's the saying.
Everyone,
Look at this. Aren't you glad I got that ruby? Wow, that is super not
Roger
helpful.
that. You're kind of like Sojiro, Queen.
Darn it.
3 enemies. They're weak. So lay your guard down.
Something else.
I'll let Joker fight one of them, and then I'll switch it over to Noir.
Knocked him right off their feet.
So how do you feel about my predictions of P5 anime no games? Am I super right? Am I an idiot? Was Persona 6 announced and everyone's super hyped? Wouldn't that be cool?
You did great.
Wow, that was really strong. I was not expecting that to kill.
Good work, everyone.
A little sour that it did. Would have liked to have gotten an AOA there. Stop leveling up, Akechi.
They were no match for us.
No one likes to show off. Alright, that's everything, right? Go to a lower area, please. Nothing here as well. Lovely. Just things for me to pick up and time for me to fill. As we continue to crush enemies. Ooh, Anubis. I think I've used Anubis. I did. I never got him traditionally out of negotiation in Futaba's palace because he was over my level. But I did fuse him.
You're mine.
That was probably off camera.
Ooh, Joker.
Take that.
Let's go.
Just got miracle punched.
They're done for.
Liquid mercury. I think that's another good
Decisive
material as
victory.
well. I like how that gravestone says unknown. Notice how the gravestones have like prison bars on them? That's weird. What's up with that? Anyway. Picking stuff up. Thin gold, not useful.
3 enemies. They're weak. Hey, you can go for its weak spot. Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
You gonna wipe them out again, Noir?
Go ahead.
Not done yet.
Probably.
The baton powered you up. That's all of them. You did great, Noir.
On to the next triumph.
Good work, everyone.
Okay.
They were no match for us.
I don't imagine that I'm gonna be wrong about the whole P6 thing.
We've got the advantage. Don't rush this.
If that got announced, I will eat just the biggest crow. Unless it's like
Go down.
super not like even close to being made. Atlas likes to do that now. That's like their new thing, isn't it? Where they'll just be like, oh, new game's happening. And then you're like, oh, cool. When are we going to play it? And then Atlas is like, new game's happening. Don't worry about it. Someday.
Okay.
Like when they announced Project Refantasy last December. I haven't talked about that in a long time. I think I talked about that at some point in like the very early stages of this LP. Project Refantasy is a new IP that Atlas is developing. They started a new studio within the company to do it called Studio Zero,
They're weak, but don't let your guard down.
which is headed up by Katsura Hashino, the director for this game, as well as the director for P3 and P4 and Catherine, and like lead programmer or something, slash like half director
Joker, you're looking cool.
of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. So Hashino has like left Persona behind. He's probably not going to direct the next big Persona game because now he's doing this new thing. He's made enough Persona. So he's going to make a new IP, and so are a lot of people who've made this game. It's like half of P5's like core staff is like left Persona behind to make a new IP for Atlas. So that got announced in December. When they announced it, I think it had been like in the works for a little while, like less than a year,
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool.
because like early 2016, Hashino was like, yeah, we have something to talk about, but we're not going to talk about it until we finish Persona 5 and get that out for release. And everyone was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe it's the next Persona game. It's like, nope, it ends up being a new IP. But since they've shown it off, there hasn't been like anything of it. All they did was show a teaser. Is this thing good? I don't think the spiked bra is very good. And unfortunately, this isn't Persona 3, where when you give like weird items to girls like bras and whatnot, they have funny comments. Put it on Futaba for fun. There you go. There you go, Futaba fans. There's your headcanon. Oh, there's still a lot to go. So yeah, Project Refantasy, that's like a game that's being made. And when I say there's like nothing to show for it, I mean there's literally nothing. That game is like essentially a scribble on a napkin at this point. Like all they had to show when they announced it was like concept art. And I'm like, okay, this will come out in 6 years. This is a million years away. And I can't believe that some people are like, well, maybe they'll talk about it at TGS. And I'm like, are you insane? That game is nothing at this point. Meanwhile, like, Hashino's giving interviews this spring, like, because P5's coming out in America and whatnot. And he's, like, talking about his process as a creator. And part of that process was, like, him buying manga every day. And looking at like fantasy manga because they're working on that game. It's just like, he doesn't even know what the game is yet. He's still trying to figure it out. And people are expecting them to have like a trailer for it or something. There's still not a target in this area. Okay, so the next target's going to be at the end point. But I got on that tangent because...
The decision is yours, Joker.
Oh, damn it. Because of Project Refantasy and like half of the Persona 5 team
This'll be a slaughter.
moving on from Persona, because Persona has its own studio within Atlas called P Studio. That's where the Persona games come from. So like half of the team left and they went to the new studio. So that leaves it like the Persona team at like half staff, so they really don't probably have the manpower to make a big Persona game right now. Jesus Christ. So that's why I don't expect like any kind of massive Persona games for a while. In fact, there's been like reports of job listings popping up in Japan.
Okay, let's move on.
Like very clearly, like, yeah, Atlas is expanding. They're looking for new people to come in because they need manpower now. But they probably still have the power to make spin-offs and whatnot. If those spin-offs happen, which I think they will. So I guess, yeah, maybe one was announced
Oh,
I wish I didn't interrupt that. That was probably going to be a good one.
4 enemies. They're pretty good.
Persona!
You can go for his weak spot.
Go down.
Maybe it's P5 Arena.
Nice, Joker.
Time. You're mine.
Though I'm a little reluctant to think that P5 Arena's on the way at the moment until it gets announced, just because
Some
of that
You can hit their weakness.
that Blue Blaze cross tag, whatever the hell it's called,
On to the next.
showing P4 Arena.
Persona.
Because obviously, if P5 Arena would happen, you would think it would also still be by Arc System Works that they would develop it.
They're done for.
I hope they would.
Curtain falls.
I really wouldn't want a Persona fighting game to be developed by anyone else at this point.
All right.
A decisive victory. Now's our chance. Beat him up.
Persona.
And I really don't know what
Hold on.
if I'd want any other kind of spin-off.
I am thou.
Persona. Tuck the melody.
Maybe a music game. I don't know.
Shadows knocked down.
I'm kind of indifferent on the idea. I like P4D just fine.
Melody. Floored him. Keep it coming, Noir.
Or maybe a re-release is coming. Maybe that's happening. Maybe Persona 5 Crimson or Rouge is happening.
Was that graceful?
Which, I don't know if I'm a fan of that. I guess I'm okay with it. I think what I don't like is the assumption that it will happen. Like, 100% sure that people, like, kind of say that, like, oh, that's gonna happen. It's like, you don't know that, though. I get why people assume it. It's happened every time before. Every game in the series has been re-released. Even P1 through the P2 duology.
Looking at these shadows is gonna give me nightmares.
No matter how I try, I can't capture my dreams in painting.
But obviously, things are different now, and games are much bigger and more expensive to produce, so maybe it's not as
I bought some
feasible.
fertilizer for the flower bed, but it was difficult to carry 30 kilograms back.
You carried 30 kilograms of dirt to school on your own?
Never heard that one either.
Shadow identified. Awaiting Joker's orders.
I wonder, actually, I don't know whether or not you get Mementos lines if you just stand still. That'd be interesting if you did, though. Alright, this will be a tough group to get an all-out attack on, but I have to start by getting a Miracle Punch on Anubis.
Go down.
Knocked him right
Got
off
it.
their feet. Nice, Joker.
So check it out. Now it's super easy.
On to the next. And down. Go, Queen, go!
My strategy there was, had I missed,
Get him.
is that I would still be able to do these attacks with Queen and Noir. And off of both of them, I would have baton passed back to Joker for additional opportunities if I had to.
Good choice.
But it didn't come to that.
Beat him up.
All right.
Huh? Done already? How disappointing.
Then again, on the topic of re-releases, it isn't as though re-releases don't happen across like tons of games now. Now everyone likes to make Game of the Year versions of their stuff. Buy The Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition with all DLC included.
Oh.
Kiritani, this is the ex-mercenary who's a hobo and kills people.
Yes.
This mission is important for a kind of different reason. Other than, like, obviously you have to do it in order to continue going down into Mementos. I maybe should have gone back to the top of Mementos before I fought him and saved. I don't know how hard he's gonna be. Okay, this guy's super messed up.
What?
Why do I doubt that this Rock Sasha is weak to wind? Probably not. Luckily, I have the Togo system in case things get a little dicey.
Ravage them.
Great.
You missed?
I really shouldn't start battles that way. I should know better by now.
Let's go.
Alright, Queen. Heal us up. Just to be safe.
Thank you so much.
I am thou.
I can't believe he doesn't have the big version of that yet. That's a bummer.
Prepare yourself.
Okay, that does next to nothing. Good to know. How do you like Psy? Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Damn it. Only because I was thinking of switching some people out.
Persona.
How about nuclear? It's pronounced nuclear, Lisa.
Let's go.
And physical? Average. What are we down to now? How about gunfire?
Part of me.
Decent damage all around there, but
There.
let's debuff your defense. That got him back up to no. That increases attack. Okay, so, because I increased our attack and decreased his defense. So he's going to do a little bit more damage now.
No holds barred.
Not as much as I was hoping.
Persona. Prepare yourself.
Persona.
God damn it, Noir.
Come.
Alright, what do I want to do?
Hecaton Kairos. All right.
You got this swing.
Oh, not my sacramental bead.
I appreciate
Bread, or whatever the hell that was.
Sorry, I'm at my limit.
Alright. Well,
Shall we?
what are you gonna do, Futaba? HP. Well, that's gonna heal us with Joker anyway.
Persona.
Which I think I still have the ability to do. I hope I have the ability to do. Yeah, I knew I had Meteorama somewhere.
Thanks.
I appreciate it.
I'm very grateful.
Rebellion, huh?
Persona. How's this?
This is my other self. Prepare yourself.
Persona. Behold.
Persona.
Do I have the remove buff skill? I can't remember whether or not I do. Don't think I do. That's a bummer. Yeah, there it is. Dekaha.
Randa.
And yet he still landed a crit on Joker. What a bastard.
Persona. Okay.
Let's go. Die.
Persona. Shall we?
He held on.
Okay. Time for a
Persona.
comeback.
I'm gonna play it safe here and heal up. Whoops.
Persona.
Trial and error time.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Noir doesn't have much health left.
Medicine. It's like the basic medicine, right? I didn't even know I had that.
Stay still.
Fox, you gotta aim.
See, that's why I played it safe. You never know when you're gonna miss. Like that. Frickin' Christ. Okay.
It's time. Kushinada.
No. I should just repeat the same turn. Continue to be a coward. There we go.
Kikuri Hime. I appreciate it.
I'm very grateful. Using this.
Much thanks. This is my other self.
Don't do anything drastic.
Someone hit. Thank you. Alright, Noir, finish it off.
You gotta hit them.
Let's go. Kumbanga. Go down.
That one took a while. Oh well. Alright. Everyone's up to at least 45 now.
All right. Level up.
Joker at 46. He's slowly catching up to Akechi. Nuke boost, that's a good skill. But what do I want to get rid of for it? Oh no, all my stuff's nice and pretty good. Get rid of Vajra Blast. The people I kill are all criminals. They escape the law and the police can't touch them. I'm just like you phantom thieves. You're not the same as us. We never murder people.
Don't be ridiculous.
Evil that ought to be erased will just keep popping up after I'm gone. Don't worry, we'll take care of it without you. High counter skill card. That is a super good skill card. And a skill card that I need as well. Alright, let's take a look at stats now. Alright, so let's look at all the 45. 63, 68, 73, 62, 67, 79. So 68. So Mona is now on the team. Try to even this out as much as we can. It's open. But first, I should actually go back to the top and save the game in case I eat it. Like I almost did there. Yeah, it didn't get too close, but close enough to where I didn't feel comfortable. Now over 85 hours. Now let's go back down to that end area. Not sure how many more we have left, maybe 1 or 2. Hopefully no more than 2. Request, progress, 2 left. Shinya's and Futaba's for friends. Couple of bad parenting in both, what do you know? Alright, no target in this area, but this is a new part, and I'm sure enemies will be pretty relevant to maybe the palace we're in now? Or maybe it'll be more reflective of the last palace. Let's find out. There's always overlap.
Surprise attack successful. Now just don't lose.
This is Legion. I would say Legion is pretty on point to the last palace, I think. I don't think he appears in that palace though, but
Her
whatever.
skills are ineffective. Stay focused.
Gonna have to let Joker do this,
Let's go.
You can go for its weak
because I don't have a catchy in the main team.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. They're done for.
More enemies. There was a shadow very close by. Black Ooze. Black Ooze was definitely in the Okumura Palace.
Life skills will work here. The enemy is weak, but don't relax yet.
Right, our advantage is gone.
Don't mess this up. Ooh, not that war. Don't move now. Beat him up.
I can't remember whether or not the ambush bonus still applies if
So much for them.
if your fight gets interrupted by more enemies popping up. I'm gonna say that it probably doesn't,
Okay.
because your battle goes over one turn at that point. Well, you get the AOA bonus, but not the ambush one turn bonus if there ends up being reinforcements. It's a bit of a bummer. Crap. Interestingly enough, that ended in a insta-kill. I should actually clear out my list here. Let's look at these. I got personas in the 20s. Get rid of you guys. And you as well. So we have 4 empty spaces now. We got that not long ago. It's not a very good whip for Panther.
A lot of detective.
That was super annoying.
Surrounded by weaklings.
I hesitated because Akechi started talking and I was like, oh, what if this is a cool Akechi line? And then in that split second I was like, oh no, wait, we heard this one last time. And then I got ambushed. Oh well. Now thankfully, 2 of you are despairing anyway. Wait, this is Mona's turn. That's one downfall for this surrounded formation. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell who the interface is on.
Persona! Touch them, Melody! Ooh, not that war! Don't move! Time to punish them! Beat him up! So much for them!
All right.
That enemy was really weak.
Okay. Well, there's the exit. But again, I'm going to do my homework here and make sure I get as many things as I can. All these materials.
Did you try?
Sorry about that, Panther. Plus, these enemies should be about on par for me, but getting insta-kills still. It's a little disappointing. Then silver. More treasure.
Seems like you've all gotten used to fighting. Nice job. I kinda like using whips.
Because she's a Castlevania fan, like clearly. Get your mind out of the gutter. Man, I love Castlevania. Castlevania is so cool. It's like my favorite series. Everyone thinks like Persona is my favorite series. People are like, oh, you're the Persona dude, right? Like, yeah, but Castlevania is my real favorite. It's nice that people are paying attention to it again because of the Netflix stuff.
Don't let it get away. Don't use bless attacks. Try something
Okay,
else.
I do have you in my compendium. How nice. Nuclear, right? So I should, for this one battle, bring in Queen. Just to make sure we get the win no matter what. Should happen now. Whoops.
It's not it.
Not you, Joker. Do I not have a basic one? I want to save some SP here. Nope, my options are super limited.
Go down.
Persona! Out of our way! We're done here. Let's go. Okay, let's move on.
All right.
Alright, now, whoops, not personas, stats. Switch them back. Get over here, Mona. I've never tried to look too closely at the stuff that's on the wall, but I believe it's just like the posters that you see around Tokyo as well. You look closely at like the walls around city locations.
These shadows are tough if they can handle being run over.
They are after our lives. We have no reason to hold back.
Been a while since we got a bullet hail.
This is your chance. You're mine.
I missed one. What a waste of SP. Probably gonna have to use an item on Joker.
Rare one? Don't let it get away.
Ooh, how fortunate.
Come! Ravage them!
Let's leave Mona where he is. I'll have Noir do the swap out this time.
To the front.
And I'll actually have Joker guard. Because Queen should get the kill no matter what. That way I save a little bit of Joker's SP.
Good work, Queen. Now, let's continue. Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I can have Kawakami wash. Some of it's gonna be a little old though, in terms of like how good it is. Hello. Did I go everywhere? No, missed a big path over by the entrance.
This sound beneath the wind. Are these the voices of the public? There is little difference between the noise here and the bustle of the real world.
Never seen that one either. Really is shocking how much there actually is. He really went all out for all these Mementos lines, which is kind of...
I guess there's so little room in the school desk.
This is a good one.
You're always in there, huh? Do you actually listen to the lectures?
Oh, I was thinking of the one where Mona complains and then Queen is like, we got a lot of suggestions about that from like the suggestion box or whatever, the student council. Were all those written by you? I think we got that before. I just went over a Futaba one.
3 enemies. They're weak, but don't let... This is your chance. Hit him where it hurts. Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Up to you.
Not done yet.
Alright, the lines, the Mementos lines, they sort of like fly in the face of game design logic. There's like a simple game design rule of like you don't waste too much time on things that not every player will see. But there's so many of these lines, and like the odds of seeing all of them in a single playthrough is like next to 0.
Alright.
This is my 3rd time through the English game, and I'm still seeing ones that I haven't seen before. That's why I really want that handbook to get an English translation. Gotta know them all.
I wish there was an art supply shop near me with a better selection.
You know, there's this thing called online shopping.
Go to a lower area. The only thing I can say is the sheer scale of this place is astronomical. Not exactly. We know that already. There's a target in this area as well. Let's scour the floor. Hello, Treasure Demon. Been a lot of Treasure Demons this run.
Is that a rare one? Don't let it get away.
Persona! Go down!
And the reason I say that Mementos doesn't feel that big is simply because it's not as big as Tartarus. That is astronomical. Because it's just too much. Alright, Queen.
Panther, pull in!
I just realized that I should have been making those switches on Joker's turn. Oh well.
Persona! Good work, Queen! Let's catch your breath.
Good work, everyone.
All right.
Continuing onwards. Liquid Mercury. Well, this is a really pointless door. Random generation for you.
I should start a hobby. Expand my perspective. Fishing. Or perhaps gardening.
I can teach you gardening. We'll begin with lessons on soil.
I knew that Haru was going to be the one to chime in there. I think it's about time to use an item on Joker here. Let's go with the Snuff Soul.
Then,
Let's go. I'm actually going to look at my stat menu before we jump into this fight. See what everyone's experience is at now. I believe these are Kana's parents.
oh,
They are. Why there's so many parents who try to control their children. That is a common theme amongst Mementos missions, isn't it?
I'll join.
Don't worry. Alright, stats. Take everyone off. 58, 46, 44, 53, 47. So it would be Mona, Panther, and Noir.
Why?
Bad bets at the races, losses, debt. Bad bets at the races, losses, debt. Why are the two of us so unlucky? It's bad luck. We're poor all year round.
Excuse me?
We can't let Kana go to school. She needs to make money for us. Her sex appeal, her innocence as a young girl. Whatever. She should sell it for us. That's terrible. Who would ever think that about their children? You are lucky there are no tables and mementos for me to put you through. Well, it's a little on the nose, isn't
You
it?
got a problem?
Incubus and succubus. Obviously, they're going to be a lot tougher than their true versions. Maybe bless. Let's see what it does. Nothing. Okay, so Lullaby is going to be the gimmick of this fight, is it?
Mona's sleeping? Hey, you have to wake up! Huh?
This way, we'll get a turn at a Panther.
Mona's down! Oh, not good.
Yeah, very bad, in fact.
Persona! How about this? This one! Defense up!
Very useful. Don't have to worry about that stat for a little while.
Trouble! He's hurt bad!
Persona! Let's see.
Alright.
Hecaton Kyrus!
Mona's
Wow, that
sorry
did
about that.
absolutely nothing.
Much obliged. Oh, that's a big help. Persona! How's this?
How do you like gunfire? Average. and fire. Ooh, someone's weak to it.
Panther knocked one down. Good.
Let's send this over to Joker.
Not done yet. The baton. It's strong.
Let's find out what your weakness is.
Solar skills.
Because if one of you has a weakness, I'm sure both of you do. And I can't remember, you know, based on memory alone. But I'm going to try ice. And I nailed it. Makes sense, you know. One's fire, the other's ice.
They're done for.
One down.
You can go for a Ooh, Joker. You're looking
Gonna end this on an AOA and get ourselves a nice little cash bonus.
They're done for.
45,000. It's a lot of money.
I'm sorry.
Yes, you are. Be better parents. We'll reorganize our debt. We'll be responsible for paying it back, not her. I'll quit gambling, and I'll start working. I'll pay back all that debt, bit by bit. You have to. I started gambling to make some cash. Before I knew it, I forced Kana to do shameful things. To think I used to be a father who only wanted his daughter to be able to eat nice things. Yeah, you better atone. Awful people. But that's a really good skill card. Growth 3. That's the passive experience boost. The Magario couple seems to have had a change of heart. I should go check on Kana's situation. I did not remember that being her last name.
Hey!
Yes, we have to keep going. Let's heal first. We have, what, one left? I think one left. Quest. Yep. Just gotta take care of Shinya's mother. And I remember that one being hard. Actually, no, I can't go to a higher area. I'll have to wait until I finish this floor to see an overview. Oh, that should have been an ambush. It's just Mothman, though.
Don't worry though, they're no big deal. Knocked them right off their feet.
Alright, I have tons of bullets because of that Shinya skill that gives us twice the ammunition. I haven't been using them.
Okay.
They were too weak. There's a shadow reading around here.
Wasn't expecting there to be two.
4 enemies.
Let's go.
This is your chance. Hit 'em where it hurts. Knocked him right off their feet. Nice, Joker.
Go ahead.
On to the next. Persona.
Oh, I just sent it to Panther by mistake. Whoops. Thankfully, that did not come back to bite me. That was always meant for Noir.
Crushed it. Good choice. They're done for.
But who knows, maybe she would have killed all of them off of a baton pass. Another treasure demon, wow.
Get away.
So let's bring in, take Mona off, put Queen in.
Switching it, Queen. Going in. Persona. Take that. Scene picture still fight.
Everyone else can just guard.
Use my persona.
I guess I should be... Wait, I can't remember whether or not that one nullifies physical attacks. If it just has a resistance, I could be trying to miracle punch it. That way we can get an AOA bonus off of killing it.
I felt the difference in strength in that fight.
Right, I should switch my party back. Still have not found that exit. Soon, though. Probably right through here. Yeah, this is it. Well, this
Should
should.
my next work be? A subway? Train tracks?
You already did that, though.
Think about that after we've done our job.
You already did a painting, though, about Mementos. Maybe they meant for that line to play, like, the first time you get Yusuke. I don't know. There is a bit of a buffer between when he joins the party and when he can start his confidant. So that would be a really appropriate line then.
What flower should I plant next? Cherry tomatoes. Grow them and eat them.
It's unbelievable how often that these lines pop up right when I'm about to go for an ambush.
Now's our chance.
And then I back off.
Ooh, you can hit their weakness.
It's all about the experience here. God damn it. Okay, do you... Yeah, you repel all physical. So this is up to Joker. Guess I could put a catchy on. Nah, it's not gonna matter. Let's try that again.
Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. They're done for.
He survived, really?
Oh, Panther's on the ground. Are you okay? No way. You are not.
Okay, I need to kill you. Taking too much of a risk here.
We're done here. Let's go. Good work, everyone.
Okay.
Heal. Still got a little bit of time. Get as much as we can. You're in my way. I already have that mask. Oops. Grab whatever this is as well. Or Legion.
Three enemies. They're Persona. You can hit their weakness. Ooh, Joker, you're looking cool. All out attack.
All right.
They were nothing.
This potentially the exit?
I detect a shadow.
Maybe through there. It is. But I don't want to kill you first. Alright, but how much of the floor is left? There's still pockets that I will continue to look at. Oh wow.
I never
This
knew
is a
that.
tricky situation in this little spot.
Three enemies. They're weak, but don't let your guard down.
Yeah, not only are they weak, but they're weak to physical as well, so this really doesn't matter.
Nice, Joker. Right off their feet. Nice, Joker. Knock them right off their feet. Now, Joker. Beat 'em up.
Okay.
Let's get you. Let's do it before we end this video. You guys aren't that tough.
Advantage. Don't rush this.
In fact, I have the perfect skill for dealing with all three of you.
Ooh, Joker.
Although this
Cool.
won't, probably won't end the battle.
All out attack.
Yeah, God, you're really resilient.
Persona. Ha! Nice job, Mona. We're done here. Let's go. Good work, everyone.
All right.
This is where I shine.
Oh, look. It's Futaba's skill that replenishes treasure. All search objects in the palace have been replenished. Well, technically this is Mementos, not a palace, but whatever. Alright, so there's more stuff on the floor. Including right behind me where I just was. Anyway, we will call it for now. And the next one, we will finish up, do our final Mementos mission. I will do my promised cool thing at the end of our dive that I have to show off, and then we'll get out and we will probably progress towards the new palace, the 6th palace. It's like back to back. Basically, I think there's like one day in between. I'm gonna go from doing this to doing the palace. So look forward to it. I will see you in the next one.